Sup, titty lickers. Today we're doing Spawn issue number 51. Let's go. Spawn is now floating through the fourth sphere of hell. In the fourth, humanity's sins are laid out to be viewed by the few. Spawn is pretty much impaled onto an invisible crucifix. His symbiote suit starts to peel away from his nervous system again. And this weird fucking skin-ass, chub-ass looking demon comes out, telling him that you're Al Simmons, right? It's not really often that we get one of Hell's elite. It's usually in a couple millennia, so this should be fun. The fat fuck says that he can see all of the humanity's sins around him. Spawn says, fuck your hallucinations. And then the fat fuck says, how dare you? These sins are all very real. That's why you're here. Then the fat fuck questions Spawn as to how he became Spawn, why he's here. And Spawn says, because of Wanda. And he says, yes, you're right in a sense. You came back because of love, but not because of your love for Wanda, because of your love for killing. And then Spawn says, you're lying. And then he says, no. You know what? I guess I'll just have to show you myself. He tells Spawn, you remember your first kill, don't you? Of course you do. That's what started it all. And he told Spawn that after that first kill, it was very easy to get you to kill more people. All you had to say and think was, oh, I'm following orders. And he said Spawn has decorated himself with their blood many times. As you can see, there's like a cut off face and a cut off arm on the ground. It looks pretty fucking badass. And then you have some of his victims, one even being a child. And then they said, and you were so skilled at killing that your value increased in hell. Your love for death and bloodlust is a rare kind of love that hell very much values. The doctors keep nagging Terry about how he got miraculously cured because they're trying to figure this shit out. This annoys Terry, so he just leaves. After that, Cyan comes running by with Spawn's shoelace string, which was holding her pacifier. Sam and Twitch are investigating why their chief bank situation got swept under the rug. They realize that clearly someone in a higher rank had to sweep this under the rug. Sam rips ass and it smells so bad that Twitch has to run outside to the window for air. When he runs outside to the window, he notices a car sitting outside and tells Sam to grab his gun. Cause Twitch noticed a car outside that wasn't there before. And he goes outside with his gun raised, ready to go. And then Sam comes behind Twitch jangling the keys. And he says, surprise, this is our new car. So yeah, Sam got them a new car. Sam calls it the Crime Mobile. How original. We return back to Fat Fuck with Spawn, and what Fat Fuck does essentially is he goes through each of your negative emotions that you have and he puts them at the forefront. He shoves them in your face and tortures you with them. So now, instead of Spawn's love for killing, he starts to talk about Spawn's hate for his enemies, such as Jason Wynn. Fat Fuck tells Spawn that Malebolgia loves hateful killers. He then says, you're probably wondering why your symbiote suit hasn't attacked me or tried to protect you yet. And that's because your symbiote's home. This is where we grow them, and then we deliver them to Malebolgia's 8th sphere so that they can get grafted onto his soldiers. Fat Fuck tells Spawn that he's here not because he's evil, but because the potential he has for great evil. This motherfucker could become very evil if he wanted to. And he says, you just won't accept that though. Why? Because your love for Wanda? The creature tells Spawn, sorry about the pain. People wanted to know they actually physically still existed here. Because people didn't, there's like no form here. There's absolutely fucking nothing. There's no sense of time. There's no sense of fucking physicality. There's nothing. It's kind of awesome. So that tortured them so much. So he said, you know what? Yeah, I decided in order to do that, I would peel their skin off and sew it onto me so that we can always remember the time we had here. Then starts to go on about Wanda and how the first time Spawn ever saw her, it took him like 4 days to work up the nerve to go and ask her out. Then after that, their love seemed so perfect that even if they couldn't have a child together, Spawn didn't really care because it was so good, because his love for Wanda and his love for killing could live together simultaneously, and they kept expanding and growing together, right? But then the dude said something had to give. Surprise, it was you, Spawn. And later, your wife may have had a heartache about it, but then she moved on from you, forgetting about you and making love with another man. Spawn says it was not her fault, and then the fat fuck says she gave her body to him. You know what? The only reason why you're still obsessing over this is because Malebolgia is toying with you. You're not even human, you're necroplasm. And though you don't need this anymore, as he starts to remove Spawn's heart, he says, I'm going to relieve you of all of your agony and where the source of it comes from, which is his heart and his love for all these things. And then he says, give your regards to my boss and tell him I thank him for the souvenir. That pretty much wraps up Spawn issue 51. Like the video if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, you see that tentacle right there in that cover? It's going on your ass. Alright? Look out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.